Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pearls of Wisdom. Today with Katharina
and Suchada
and Navasit.
Yes, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
So today we're going to talk about the astrology. So you have
SkyView
astrology. So you have some questions?
Yes, I want to start the question of what is the true meaning of astrology?
The true meaning of astrology is much more actually than people know. And you cannot just say that in a few words. So let me explain. You know that we are part of the hologram, that all that is, or we are a microcosmos within the macrocosm. That means that everything what is outside is also inside.
Mm-hmm.
So the big question, do stars influence us, is always coming from this point, because our awareness and our program is to look outside, do declare outside, whatever is outside, what we see, what we hear, what we sense, that is reality. But already when you look how our eyes really function, you must ask questions, because it would be all upside down. So there must be something more about that. And the stars, the energy of the stars, are at the same time within us as they are outside. Meaning, you know, we have different rhythms. Everywhere are rhythms. We have a heart rhythm, brain waves, and so on. We have biorhythms. And every rhythm gives us an amount of a cycle that we are going, or a wave that is going in our life. And this is similar with astrology. Astrologies are rhythm within us also. Cycles of 28 days is always very easy to explain with the menstruation of the woman. Then we have the cycle of 1 year, very easy to explain with the cycle of the year, the sun return, and many, many more. But we don't know about that. And these cycles, they have a connection outside and inside. So longer cycles we can see in the stars, because we are part of the cosmos and the cosmos is part of us. And in that way, when we look at astrology, what is it really? Mm-hmm. It is actually making visible in the outside what is happening with us in life. Mm-hmm. And therefore, astrology is much more than just some kind of stars or whatever outside. Mm-hmm. And definitely has no enemies in that way. They are just different forces, different cycles, topics we like and topics we don't like. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when we go from that point here and we look now at astrology, what it does not tell us who we are. Like, for example, if people say in astrology, I'm a Cancer, I'm a Leo, I'm a whatever, that's not true. That's not who you are. Now, first of all, this shows your curriculum, what energies that are triggered in the moment in your life, and not only in your life, in everybody's life. So your individual horoscope has something to do with the relationship between you and the world, and the relationship with you and your life journey. And then we have also horoscopes for countries. We have very different ways how we can look at it. That is all interconnected somehow and tells us what we have signed up. So in this case, you ask about SkyView Astrology. We have here different methods, astrology methods that work. The Western astrology is not aligned with the true star constellations. It actually shows us an image that was in the sky 2000 years ago. And I have the suspicion is very clear, because everything what mainstream supports is, in my opinion, some deception that has started long time ago. It is absolutely crucial that I keep us on a certain consciousness level and a certain stupidity, or we can say in a negative fear-based consciousness level, that we can be controlled. But once you understand what life is, and you understand the curriculum of your life, your personal life, of the life of the world and what's going on, then you're powerful. Then you don't have to have fear, because then you also know that that you come from somewhere else, that you have not just the beginning in this physical body and an end in it, but that you are an immortal being. You start to understand the greatness of what really is going on. And we can understand why astrology was always around the royals and the ruling elite, because they had very clear indication of what was going on, which is lost in Western astrology because it is not aligned with the star constellation.
I see two sides of this story. Okay, consider from how we live in the world before we learn the sky view. The way the people living, I think they focus on lifestyle.
Yes.
What interests them and what the mainstream is the trend.
Yes.
But it's very, very surface. It's not deep at all.
Yes.
Exactly. And my question is, for those people, do they need to know the microcosmos?
Well, let's put it that way. I understand what you're saying, because we are on a planet now that we have many different kind of souls. They're very old souls. There are souls that have not so much experience yet, and they come here for an experiment. So not all souls are ready for that. Definitely not. And those who are still kind of in that happy mainstream linear way of trend and money and so on, then let them go. That's their interest, you know. This is another family. It's like another generation. But since we are all together, we have babies who are masters in the moment, and we have old people who are baby in the spiritual world. So it's sometimes very difficult to see. But a person who is waking up and who starts to realize that there is more, like go a little bit beyond that mainstream, start to dive, then you want to know more. And that is the moment when it's time to go and find and research. And that is the moment where it also is good to understand the curriculum of life and why you are here. What is the true purpose? Not to identify yourself again with every I am statement that you make. You manifest energy and become what you say you are. So you don't want to be a Cancer, Leo, whatever your whole life. I mean, I want to experience many things, and it's many things there. So with this saying, you limit yourself very, very much. So I think,
what are we in the SkyView astrology if we are not a Leo, not a Cancer? What are we? Huh? We're
nothing there.
Wow.
The closest that shows your personality personality, not who you are. Personality here is Mercury.
Yeah.
We talked about sun is consciousness, but nothing in that horoscope you can say, I am this or I am that. That I am is here to play out that role as, for me, a Katharina in this lifetime, but that's not who I am. That's what I represent. This is like if I go and play in an act or in whatever theater. I go into a role, I play it, and then I go and be me again. And that's what we are here. And the more you are aware of that, the more you have a chance to move forward. Is, you know what Buddha says, you know, the main suffering is attachment. Everything what you want to hold on brings you suffering. But if you understand that you are none of that, but this is that experience, you understand that you are on a journey. Like you go from here, from you come from Bangkok to Chiang Mai or Chiang Rai, or I go to Bangkok. I have to leave home to get to where I need to go. And this is so beautiful, visible in the chart, especially at the rhythm. And when you look at the cycles that we have right now, guess what happened in 2019? That was when the new Uranus cycle started, when Uranus moved into Aquarius. Into Aries, meaning bringing a new cycle. And then we have this, and then it went retrograde, and then we had 7 planets retrograde. And with this movement, the beginning, it first has to go back and dig deep and clear out everything. And now in January, I don't remember the date now, but in January next year, Uranus goes direct again. And we have already Jupiter going direct and Jupiter coming into Aquarius on 18th of December. So then we see that things are starting to move on. This is why next year will be a good year for us.
But you said from some people who still enjoy the surface.
Yes.
But once the Uranus is in Aries and and Jupiter move in Aquarius, those people will not moving forward.
They all will feel this energy. They all are under the influence because our whole system has moved. The whole planet has moved in a certain frequency. But what is an enlightenment for a first grade a kid, or for a 20-year-old, or for a 50-year-old? It is something completely different. So Uranian energies, they are also like all the energies and all the planets, we have a positive and we have a negative side. So it depends very much on your consciousness level with what you are confronted. And it might be that they expand their consciousness, but maybe they were stuck on fingernails. Now they start to go to makeup. So these are little steps, you know. But some other people might have insights, and they might see connections that they would have never seen before. They start to understand the meaning of life like they never have before. They realize that material things cannot make us happy, but we still need them. So we need to balance. You don't have to become a monk and go somewhere, but you still balance in daily life all the levels. The material level first, and you know my referred teacher that I really appreciated, that was Detlefsen. He said, if you have not even mastered yet the material level and have no money to live, how, for heaven's sakes, you will ever master levels that you cannot even see? So that means also that all those who come, know a lot of spiritual teachers, they always complain about material, blah, blah, blah. I have not enough, I need to do this and earn money. This has nothing to do anymore with spirituality. If you know your path, if you know your curriculum, and you are aligned, you also have what you need. Maybe not what you want all the time. And you have enough money for what you need. But we don't have storage that we don't need.
Okay.
Because this has something to do also with trust, you know. If I give you a plan and I tell you, do this, do this, do this today, then you are clear about what to do and you are secure. But if I just say, go out there and work, you don't know what to do, you know. And this is like many people. Or then they go to everybody and ask, what should I do? What is blah, blah, blah. And the parents say, okay, you study this, this makes a good paycheck. And it goes all wrong. You look at that, you know how we can see what's wrong with the world also?
Yeah.
It's look how many people are sick. If you're sick, you're not aligned with your life curriculum. And I'm not 100% aligned either. We all have our problems, right?
Yes.
And that's okay. That's illness is a teacher. So once we are not aligned with something, then this teacher can talk to us. And those who understand the language, they can do something about it.
It's so difficult these days, you know, to learn from the illness, you know, and going back a little bit when you say that we always ask other people to tell us how to live our life.
Yeah.
The topic just pop up in me like, okay, I've been avoiding to take responsibility for my own life.
Yes.
I always ask other people to, okay, what should I do next?
Yes.
What should
Because
I do
then
next?
you can say, you said I should, so you have not 100% responsibility for it, but you did it.
Yeah. But that's very, very deep layer, you know. Oh, it took me so long time to realize that I've been pushing responsibility away. But I think you said that SkyView is telling us about our curriculum.
Yes.
So I think.
Okay, let's go quickly into the slides, just that all our listeners can also see that more easy, that what is really the difference. Let me share. Okay, wait a second, I need to get, okay. So we have here, when we look at the SkyView astrology now, this is according the real star constellation as seen here from the Earth. And we can see here, it's just about the pictures. The inner circle here shows the Western tropical astrology, and the outer circle here shows the real star constellations here. So you can see that this is different. Like here, for example, outside here, we have Leo. That is the stars, how they are in the sky. And when you go inside, you see that here is Leo still a little bit. And then here we have Virgo. So since everything is moving, in the moment, we are about 28 degrees apart from the Western astrology, but this will be every 72 years, one more degree.
One more degree, okay.
One more degree. So this is a sample of the year 0. And you can see when you go here in the year 0, I have the spring equinox. And you can see here that the Western astrology and the tropical or Western astrology and the SkyView astrology were overlapped. You can see here Aries in the sky, and you can see Aries in the Western astrology. So 2000 years ago, it was the spring equinox, the spring equinox that was aligned to the beginning of Aries. And they use a picture today that is fixed on that date. And I'm not completely sure, I could not find that out how long this goes on, but I think quite long. Okay, so here you see that is exactly at the same place. It doesn't matter the rest of the horoscope. And now we go forward. We go forward in 2000. See here, I have the Uranus moving into Aries from that horoscope. I told you that happened in 2019. And then you can see here 0 degree Aries, where Uranus is here in the outer stars here. But when you look into the tropical Western astrology, you see here Taurus. And you can also see here clearly that when you look at the happenings in the world, what really happened, it does not make sense that Uranus is in Taurus. Because the new has not started yet. And even if people talk about going into the age of Aquarius, it will be kind of this energy that starts it. Even though when we say in Western astrology, we are in the real star constellations, not yet in Aquarius, but we have moved into this photon light belt, which brings in the golden age. And it's not the age of Aquarius. That's also a slight misunderstanding, but it doesn't matter because it has a lot of Aquarian energy to it. So you can see here also from the Stellarium program, just another little picture is like when the sun and moon, you see where they are really in the star constellations. So this is a free program that everybody can download in the computer, and that might even be a very nice little indication. You can see exactly what stars are around you if you look at it.
I already
so we have here, yeah. So we have here just a chart from the dark moon on the 17th of January. You see here that in the Western astrology, you have here a different constellation. Here is in Capricorn, here is in Sagittarius. And this is the Sagittarius energy that you can see in the stars very clearly, that this happening is not like in the Western astrology indicated.
I noticed that the size of the sign for the Western astrology, it's all divided equally. But from the sky view, the size is different.
Yes. Yes, this is also the case. I wanted to go back to this one here. This is right, because when you look in the sky from here, from the Earth, again, we are in an ellipse to many things, not in a circle. So the signs, they don't look all the same size. But it doesn't, this is the indication that they become, and they are sometimes longer, but the difficulty is where exactly to divide it, you know. And so you cannot say here, exactly here stops Capricorn and here begins Aries. Aquarius, it's always a kind of a period, an overlapping period that we move into a different energy. So somebody is in the first degree, like a birthday is in the first degree of Aquarius, there is still some Capricorn energy there. You know, we cannot just get out. Or if somebody's in the last degree, the next sign, like if you're in the last couple degrees of Pisces, you're already close to Aquarius. I always say Aries.
Aries.
Always say Aquarius.
Gosh, so it's already some expectation and preparation for something new, that kind of, you know, the kind of feeling that you have something is going to happen. this expectation that is kind of then embedded in a chart also. And for those people, like if you say, I'm a Pisces, for example, and your sun is on the last degrees of Pisces, where there already is a big influence of Aries, you don't have really 100% pure Piscean energy there anymore.
I see.
Let's just go here to the planets quickly and let me explain here, because it's actually very easy. We have only 3 symbols. We have the circle, we have the cross, which is a square, in fact, and the moon. So we have the geometric patterns. So the moon is that element that is receiving, you know, like, and you can see it in, I talked about Mercury, the planet that could represent the being, and you can see here on top is the moon. So that is the element of receiving. Then we have the circle, which is the consciousness. It becomes conscious. You start to work with the idea or whatever it is that come, and then in one or another way you manifest it. This is how you or me as a human being function. There is input, and then we process it and we manifest something. And once you understand all these 3 symbols, you can very easily read the stories that come up. And see, for example, when we have an arrow, it is actually originally a cross that is not that is in the diagonal direction, and so they made an arrow out of it. And the planet that, you know, Venus is, when we have the goddess that is materializing, the consciousness materializing, we have the worth, the opposite. We have the cross on top of the circle. The circle also means spirit. The cross is matter. So we have here matter over spirit. And then we can say Venus is spirit over matter. So you can see there is a whole language that we learn here that we can use and understand very easily once we move forward on our journey, including understanding the journey that is of the weekdays, for example, but the weekdays also represent the whole year with the personal planets still Saturn. And then we have the outer planets of Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, and the guy in between, Chiron, who makes the ellipse to connect the inner and the outer planets, which represents then the story of the Savior. And again, all of this is within us.
It's within us.
Is within us.
Let me go back a little bit. What you said personal planet and outer planet. What does this mean?
Say that again.
You mentioned the seven planets.
Yes, right.
Personal planet.
Oh, okay, this one. Okay, that's what I just said last.
Yeah.
Say let's go back. So I was expecting further back. Okay, let me share that slide again. Okay, here. Like, you know, in every life and every day's a story. We have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then it comes back to Sunday. So this is a circle that goes, and each of the day represents something. Like here in Thailand, you even do it that you wear usually the certain colors on a certain day. This is still a tradition. So there are certain topics that I don't want to go into details now. And then this is personal. This is our personal life. You don't have to be spiritual at all. With Saturn, you die, you be reborn, you go through a whole time. With Saturn, you die again, so on, that a whole lifetime. So this is the rhythm or the wave or the circle, whatever you want to make of it, of everything that we experience in life. Now, the here we have the moment of the Savior after the death. You know, the stories of the enlightenment of masters is that they survive death. And that's what we actually all do, because this is just the consciousness until here. This is matter, and this is the soul. The moon is the soul. So here is the soul is in the underworld. That is which is death. Here is the sacrifice. And then here is, you see, the soul is ascending. We have here the sun symbol again, and the soul, there is no cross anymore. There is that bar, the horizontal bar is missing. That means the soul is ascending in another dimension. And here outside we have the dimensions with another trinity that is also, in my opinion, very misunderstood in the Western astrology, or it is still connected with the old paradigm. That what it meant in the old paradigm. So this is just about rhythms that are very clearly visible in our SkyView chart about our life journey, what we are here for, what we are going to do. I think I have one. Yeah, okay. Then you can see here the charts that the sun, the consciousness, moon, feeling, Venus, creativity, abundance, the feminine, Mercury, the way we process things. So that would be the most likely, if you want to say I am something, then it would be Mercury. But still, it's you know, it's again, it's a limitation. Why should you limit yourself to one topic, you know? Then we have Mars. This is our energy, and the masculine. Jupiter moving beyond boundaries, Saturn clarity, restrictions, that is kind of going into the underworld for the transformation to be reborn again. So just this, I mean, this just for these questions, short answer, also in the hope that people understand and we are not too much professional about the topic. Okay, so what else?
So SkyView is the reflection of the real star constellation in the sky, which those real constellation is a reflection of each personal curriculum at a point of time. Is that right?
Yes. You are born at a certain moment of time, and that reflection, what we see in the stars, on that place where you are born, reflects in the outside the curriculum that is within you in the inside.
Do we all need to know?
That's again the same topic. Suchada, there are people who just don't want to know, they're not ready. Like if you are a 5-year-old or a 10-year-old, would you like certain things that you do as an adult? Of course not. So it's all according to the consciousness level of people. So those who are also stuck in Western astrology, they are still in a consciousness level mostly that they have the outside, which is even not real according to real data.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I mean, I was in astrology first, Western astrology, and always had the doubt, what, something's not wrong with it, till I found this SkyView that just boom. But I also told you that in the Western astrology, I was supposed to be a Cancer. Okay, be a Cancer.
Yeah. Yes.
Be. So when I installed the first program, my son was in Gemini. You say, oh my God, no. I'm no Gemini. I hate Geminis. I deleted the program. More. They talk too much.
Okay, but what I understand before I studied SkyView, I think the Western astrology is prediction, like fortune teller, like predict the future. So the SkyView is not prediction. Can it predict future?
No, nobody can. Western astrology cannot predict either.
Oh.
But if you believe in the prediction, it will happen because you make it happen with your belief.
Because you manifest it.
Yeah, because this is the energy that you give out. This is why it's so easy to deceive people. So that's what the elite was using to get people. Now just imagine they tell you something and they give you all reasons and blah blah blah, and you develop an energy behind it. You start to like it or hate it. It doesn't matter which energy, but then you feed that. And this is how we were feeding the false programs, because we believe in it, we talk about it, we're emotional about it, and so on. And that is the same, in my opinion, with astrology. It is the same with many other things. And generally, whatever has been, especially in that New Age area, in the last whatever years, what is it about really coming up 40 years ago, started slowly. You cannot trust that. They are absolutely pearls inside in books. You can really find those pearls of wisdom, but you have to look for. They are not obvious in the outside. And what the mainstream is telling you, what is important for your life, when you die, you kind of look back and say, what the hell did I do? I wasted most of my life for something that doesn't make any sense.
Okay. So by the way, I can conclude that the star is not influence us 100%, right?
No, you cannot. The star does not influence you at all in a way. The star is just an outside. It's like the mirror. Okay, does the mirror influence you?
No.
Okay, so the stars, let's use the word mirror, they are mirrors of energies of, and then with the birth chart, you know, when it moves on with the aspect to our birth charts, our progression, so on, which is moving. And this shows what is happening within us, mirrored in the stars. It's a mirror. The star is a mirror, like that. Yeah, very difficult to explain, because
if some event happen, we cannot blame the star.
No. Now see, that's the easy way. That's what is happening everywhere. Everybody blame. And if you cannot blame anybody else anymore, blame the stars. What the hell does that bring you? You're no more happy afterwards, you know. How can you blame them? These are just rhythms that are shown, and with the planets and with the angles, we can see if this rhythm has some energy triggers that are harmonious or not harmonious, that are that we experience within us, the positive and the negative. And again, remember, I need to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out my whole life long. So this is my whole life long. I am confronted with positive energy, with negative energy, with positive. And it's only me if I judge that something is good or bad. Why should something be good and another thing should be bad? It's just part of our life, is this coin, this side of the coin, this side of the coin. So if you can read a chart, you can not really predict, but you know your possibilities, and you can organize your life that it goes in the right direction. You can now today, because you know you have one special constellation a month from now, you can use that date and you can organize something that will be definitely successful. Because you know you can manifest success. Has nothing to do with prediction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like when I tell you invest in the stock market, this one's going up if I'm an insider and you earn money on it, that's not fortune telling. That's just how it is, as a fact.
So if we read, interpret the sky view, it gives us more understanding of ourselves and give us guidelines.
Yes. There you find guidelines. There you find your curriculum.
But for every action, we still need to decide what to do and not to do.
That's your freedom, exactly. That's what is all the freedom about, and this is what is helping you to really take back your power, not to just follow what other people want you to do or say, but really give you the energy, the power, the creativity, everything back that you can do, because that's what you've chosen. You have chosen to incarnate at a certain point, and this is why it is so crucial that in this moment, whatever comes up, you do exactly what you want to do and not what people tell you to do. Difficult topic, huh?
Yes.
Kind of.
Deep. Indeed.
Yeah. I mean, what we can do, let's keep it open and let's finish here now. And if we want, we can decide to make a follow-up.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, everybody, thank you very much for listening. Please like and share our videos, and I hope to see you next time again.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
สวัสดีค่ะ